There is a big problem in today's society. That problem is the consumption of added sugar. Sugar is in almost everything. It plays a massive role in screwing up our diet and lifestyle. Don't get me wrong, we're not trying to demonize sugar. The problem is, sugar is in everything, and the average person consumes about 19 teaspoons of added sugar daily. Now, that's just off the charts if you ask me. The real question is, are you eating too much sugar? And how much is too much? If you want to know the answer, just stick around. Because in this video we're going to talk about the most popular signs and symptoms that indicate overconsumption of sugar. Welcome to another video on our channel, Healthier Than Yesterday, where it is all about health, beauty, and fitness. In today's video, we will be talking about sugar, how the modern society is obsessed with it, its dangers if consumed excessively, and signs and symptoms that may be proof that you're just using sugar a little too much. No one can deny how we're obsessed with sugar. We put it in almost every food or drink we consume. From marinara sauce to peanut butter, added sugar can be found in even the most unexpected products. That's not even an exaggeration. You can even find sugar in ketchup and even in canned beans. The goal of the food companies is to make their products tasty and delicious so that people keep buying it and sugar gets the job done. You, watching this video, probably consume at least 15 teaspoons of sugar daily without even knowing it. It got to a point where we became addicted to it, so we even put excessive amounts in our coffee, tea, and pretty much every drink we consume. Frankly, if you take a closer look you realize that it's not sugar that's the problem. It's us, humans, that are the problem. We took a really delicious and good blessing, which is sugar, and turned it into a curse by consuming it excessively. I'll give you 10 seconds to guess what are the most dangerous health threats that we face as a modern global society, and the timer starts now. Alright, time's up. Let me try to guess what you thought of. Off the top, I would say cancer, diabetes, heart diseases, obesity, kidney diseases, liver diseases, and depression. I bet you thought of at least 2 diseases from the list. What if I told you sugar plays a massive role in all of the diseases we just mentioned? It indeed does. The excessive consumption of sugar is linked to many diseases and life-threatening health issues. Experts believe that sugar consumption is a major cause of obesity and many chronic diseases, such as type 2 diabetes and heart diseases. A quick fun fact before talking about 5 diseases that can be caused by sugar and 8 signs that you're consuming too much sugar. Did you know that cancer cells feed on sugar? Sugar is also called cancer's favorite food. We know that this is an oversimplification of complicated biology, but still. Let's first talk about sugar and weight gain. Obesity is rising worldwide, especially in developed nations. Sugar is believed to be one of the main reasons for obesity. You're probably thinking, what does sugar have to do with any of this? Well, let me explain that to you. Sweetened drinks. When I say sweetened drinks, what do you think of? Of course, you think of soda, tea, coffee, chocolate milk. Did you know that these sweetened drinks contain a form of sugar called fructose? Consuming fructose increases your hunger and desire for food. Because excessive consumption of fructose leads to a resistance to leptin, which is a hormone that regulates hunger and tells you to stop eating. In other words, sugary foods don't satisfy your feeling of hunger, making it easy to quickly consume a high number of calories. This can lead to weight gain, and gaining weight is similar to opening the first door to a world full of diseases and health issues. Excessive consumption of sugar is also linked to certain types of cancer. First, a diet rich in sugar can lead to weight gain, as we said, and that automatically increases your risk of cancer. Furthermore, diets high in sugar increase inflammation in your body and may cause insulin resistance, both of which increase cancer risk. A study in hundreds of thousands of people found that added sugar consumption was associated with an increased risk of esophageal cancer, pleural cancer, and cancer of the small intestine. Consumption of added sugar is proven to increase your risk of having cancer. Be careful. 3. Sugar and diabetes. The number of people that have diabetes has doubled in the past 30 years. There is a direct link between the excessive consumption of sugar and the increase of diabetes risk over the years. We go back to talking about obesity. We said sugar causes weight gain and obesity is the strongest risk factor of diabetes. Not to mention, high sugar consumption drives resistance to insulin. Insulin is a hormone produced by the pancreas that regulates blood sugar levels. Insulin resistance causes blood sugar levels to skyrocket, and that highly increases your risk of having diabetes. There are a lot of studies that support this claim. Don't underestimate the dangers of high sugar consumption. You should regulate it. The fourth threat we'll talk about before going straight to talking about signs of high sugar consumption is the link between sugar and heart diseases. As we said before, excessive sugar consumption is linked to obesity, inflammation, high blood sugar, and insulin resistance. These are all strong risk factors of heart disease. A study in over 30,000 people found that consuming 17 to 20% of calories from added sugar increases your risk of dying from heart disease by 38%, compared to those consuming only 8% of calories from added sugar. 38% is a huge percentage. This is not a joke, people. We should talk more about the under-discussed dangers of the excessive consumption of added sugar. Finally, this is probably hard to believe. We had a hard time believing this when we were researching this subject, but sugar is also linked to depression. We totally neglect the fact that what we put inside our bodies has a great impact on our psychological health and moods. A healthy diet can improve your mood, while a diet high in sugar and processed foods may lead to depression. Consuming a lot of processed foods and sugar leads to blood sugar swings. Researchers claim that these blood sugar swings have a huge effect on mental health. Consuming a lot of processed foods, including high sugar products such as cakes and sugary drinks, has been associated with a higher risk of depression due to a lot of researches. No wonder why most of us are depressed all the time. It's probably our messed up diet that's causing this. These are only a few dangers of consuming sugar. There are many more, but we decided to mention the most life-threatening and dangerous ones. Now, enough talking about the dangers of consuming sugar. How do you know whether you're consuming too much sugar or not? And how much is too much? When it comes to excessive sugar consumption, several signs indicate that. The first one on our list is digestive issues and bowel movements. Some research suggests that sugar might decrease the diversity of healthy bacteria in your gut within as little as a week, causing problems in your digestive system. The second sign is mood swings and irritation. If you're being moody and irritated for no reason at all, there is a high chance it's because of too much sugar. As we mentioned, sugar is linked to mood swings and depression. If you're feeling moody, just regulate the amount of sugar you consume for the rest of the day and drink lots of water. That should help. 3. Experiencing acne around your mouth and chin. Some studies linked between acne and sugar consumption. They claim that sugar increases the production of androgens that are linked to hormonal acne. This acne usually appears around the mouth, the jawline, and the chin. Let's be honest, we all crave dessert after dinner, and that's a solid proof we're consuming too much sugar. The more sugar you eat, the more likely you are to crave it. Sugar boosts feel-good hormones. Because your brain feels good, it will want that high again, so your brain will blindly crave sugar even though it's harmful. Your brain will just not care. The fifth sign is always being hungry. Sugar causes your blood sugar to spike and quickly dip, so you to feel hungrier and crave more sugar, because sugar doesn't contain any fiber or protein, and it won't fill you up. 6. You have joint pain. Some research has linked the consumption of sugary drinks and joint pain, probably due to inflammation. Other research found that people who have 5 or more sweetened beverages a week, including fruit juice, are more likely to have arthritis. These studies only found an association and not a direct causal relationship. Also, if you're trying to lose weight and struggling with it, there is a high chance you're consuming a lot of sugar. If that's the case, you should probably drop sugary stuff and instead consume more complex carbs such as veggies and whole grains, and healthy fats such as nuts and seeds, and lean protein such as chicken and fish. The final sign we'll talk about is feeling like your brain is foggy. The brain is like any other muscle group. It uses carbs as its main source of energy. So if you're feeling like your brain is foggy after a meal, that's because your blood sugar skyrocketed because of the sugar contained in that meal and then dropped. Consuming lots of sugar makes you feel like your brain is foggy. In conclusion, sugar is not a demon. We can still consume it moderately sometimes, but consuming it in excessive amounts daily like we're doing is not good at all. It can lead to major health problems. We can diagnose ourselves by paying attention to the symptoms of high sugar consumption and try to regulate our consumption of sugar if we have any of those symptoms. We hope you find this video helpful. Do you agree with some of the points made in the video? Or do you disagree? Let us know in the comments. Also, feel free to share your thoughts with us or ask us anything in the comments below. We read and answer all the comments here on our channel. Very few people make it to the end of our videos. If you did, please like and share the video with someone that might find it helpful. Also, don't forget to subscribe and activate the bell to receive a notification whenever we post a new video. And remember, keep it healthy and take care.